Hey guys, I'm Phoenix here and welcome to Elite Dangerous 3.3 Beta, because this is a beta that anybody can get into that has a copy of the game already. So if you've got Elite Dangerous or Elite Dangerous Horizons, you can go onto your launcher, just go down a bit on the list of things that you can download, and on there will be something along the lines of Elite Dangerous 3.3 Beta. Download that, or I think there's a Horizons beta. Download the Horizons beta if you've got that accessible. It's about 20 gig download, and you'll be able to play around with the first week of things that they have available for us. So every week new things will be unlocked, and the beta goes on for 4 weeks. So this week is Exploration, Codex, new lighting changes, and Exploration, new Codex, new UI as well. So it's sort of your core stuff. Next week is mining, week after is ships. This video is just going to be covering lighting briefly, Codex and UI. Exploration is going to be done in another video because it's a little bit more of an in-depth subject. The Codex and the Exploration are linked. So just to let you know with that, they are quite tightly linked. Anything you explore, everything you find is linked to the Codex, and that Codex also gives you monetary rewards on top of discovering planets through your exploration stuff. So I will just quickly nip into outfitting. I am flying a Type 7, and I will not be doing that for the next video. I have an Asp Explorer currently being moved to Ebor for that video. So in outfitting, additional things are going to be unlocked as the beta goes on. But for now, what we have, or what we should have, is hopefully a DSS, so I can just quickly show you that. So if we go into, it's optional internal. So we have our discovery scanner. This is what you're going to need for your exploration. Let's just switch out our fuel scoop briefly for a surface scanner. Really not that expensive, but that's what you'll need for your exploration. Not going to buy that now, but yeah. So if you want to do exploration, you don't want to wait for the next video, you need to have a stellar body scanner and a surface scanner. Right, that's as far as I'm going with that for this video. Now, new UI. Looks a little bit more condensed, a little bit smoother, especially on this side, for your internal side. You've got your nice big buttons for the 6 things that you're going to be wanting to play around with. Eventually squadrons will pop up at some point, I don't know when. But if you wanted to get into your Codex, for example, it's a nice big button rather than hidden somewhere down the side, which is where all the buttons sort of started to be, sort of hidden away inside the old UI. Now the UI has been completely redesigned. It's a little bit more accessible to find these things. So you can find your statistics, everything that you've done in the world, very sort of World of Warcraft style, I guess. You've got your knowledge base, so everything that's going on in the world, the Empire, the Guardians, all of that stuff. These are, you can play this as well. It's like an audiobook type of thing. Add things to a playlist so you can just have your Codex read to you. And then of course you have your discoveries. This is everything you might find around the world, the things you have found, the stellar bodies, the different types of stars, all this stuff, everything that you find in the world, your gas giants, your terrestrials, these will all be logged here, and then you can there are actually monetary rewards for doing so. So it is worth doing from a monetary standpoint, not just for your cartographics, but also as a sort of a bounty thing as well. This is rather nice. And so that's the Codex in short. Feel free to have a deeper look into that because there's an awful lot to cover in there. And just going back to the UI, we've got a night vision mode as well. We'll just turn that on. I'll show you what that looks like. This is better in the dark, so if you're doing fast low passes of planets in the dark, or if you're doing SRVs, because it is also in the SRV, you can bounce around on a planet in the dark and have a sort of a night vision type mode. It's more of like a collision avoidance system. It maps the terrain so you can see where the terrain is rather than the night vision, which is a little bit different. But yeah, that is an option that you can have both in SRV and in ship. and then everything else is just a little bit more tightly packed, so it's all sort of so you can see your inventory a little bit better, your status, all your system factions. It's all there. There's a few different changes to the background simulation system as well, but I'm not going to go into that in this video, and I may not go into that for a little while. I need to work that one out first until I can really talk about that. But that is basically the update. If you, as I said, if you want to download it, you can. The snapshot is from a couple of weeks ago, so everything that happens on the test server stays on the test server, so you're not going to be affecting your main save at all. This is all just beta server stuff. It stays in the beta server. So anyway, that's been the update. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.